So they say it's funny that they say that sugar is not for everybody, and it's like, you know how it is so unfair that sugar makes kids go hyper, but it takes a horrible toll on an adult body. It's bad for us, but good for kids. When we put sugar in our bodies, it doesn't hype us up. It just slows us down and make us gain weight. When kids put it in their bodies, it makes them go hyper and they go crazy to the point how you say it makes them go to sleep now. They crash. It's called crashing. So I was sitting here thinking about the sugars that was put in my body, and no, it didn't make me gain any um energy whatsoever. But what did give me energy was the probiotic drinks I was getting. I was eating these probiotic foods and stuff that you could actually consume, and there's other shakes. So since I didn't have the traditional blender, I started juicing everything through a different way. So I boil a lot of stuff. Like, I love my herbs and I love lemon, so I had to put lemon in everything. I put ginger in everything. So here's another thing. Another thing I did, and it might not be for everybody, because I was talking to my cousin about it too, about the ginger. So I became so obsessed with turmeric, ginger, and mint and lemon. So how do I incorporate all that in my morning routine? You could drink it in milk, or you could drink it with water. And sometimes I even just drink it with apple juice or lemon. Yeah, or I could put it with lemon juice and water, or you could put it in lemonade. Either way is good for you. So they was like, orange juice is worse than apple juice as well. So I always consume apple juice anyway. That was one of my favorite drinks in the world. So what did I do? I put all of that together and I made it into my own drink every morning. So it's like another probiotic shot. It has benefits. Don't think it doesn't. So one of the drinks I make in the morning myself, and y'all can do it too. Try it out. I tried it out for the first 2 weeks. It really worked. It gave me energy. It also, I like to sweat a lot. So since I can't sweat through working out and other stuff, it's like I sweat through this. So I put red pepper, black pepper, ginger, turmeric, lemon juice, and sometimes mint leaves. And I put it in my water, or I put it in my apple juice, and I drink it up. And I do this every morning. But I switch up the main base drink, which is water, juice, milk. And if I drink milk, it's soy milk, it's coconut milk, and it's cashew milk. Then I stopped drinking cashew milk because I found out it was making my throat itchy. So I stopped drinking that and I started doing the soy milk. I saw so many soy milks, so many plant-based milks and stuff like that. So I started buying it. Yes, it's a little more expensive. It's close to $5 to $6, but it's worth it. And it's not a small thing of milk. These milks are big. They like close to a gallon. They go by different sizes wherever you go. So, for example, Aldi's, you can go to Walmart, you can go to where you go, Fairway, which I don't go, but Stop and Shop, you can go anywhere. A lot of stores, like especially in the Aldi's area, or you can go to Stop and Shop, you can go to BJ's. They have that, and they do have it in gallons. So I started looking at Stop and Shop's milk, and they got the half a gallon for $4 and change. So I started buying these soy milks. My favorite is the coconut milk. Now, it's much lighter, but it has a lot of benefits to it. And I started putting my spices with it. So every morning, you can do a cup, a half a cup, if you could take it. I love spices, so it doesn't bother me. So I put a tablespoon of everything, equal tablespoons of pepper, of mint. You could do turmeric, white pepper or black pepper, doesn't matter, but I put black pepper and red pepper in it, ginger, lemon juice, and I take that every morning, every day. I don't consume cinnamon a lot. I'm not a big cinnamon person, so you won't see me with cinnamon a lot. Um, so another thing that I love doing was put a lot of spices in my foods. So that also helps a lot. So like I say, it's not for everybody. For the ones that could take it, do what you need to do with it. You could consume it up to 2 or 3 times a day if you want. But like I said, it takes a lot for me to see results. Being that I'm a diabetic and being that I have a lot of health issues and my body is not how it used to be. So my activities is not all that great. But what I lack in one department, I make up for it in another department. And I try to be as consistent as possible, as much as possible. So I used to work out one day, probably every other day. I mean, one time every other day. Like if I do it in the morning, I won't do it in the afternoon. I was so inconsistent with it for like a whole year, and it really did make me look horrible and it make me feel bad. So I started being consistent with it. So my body was telling me, "Is stop like you're so lazy. Like stop laying around, stop sitting. It's like get up now." And it's like your body always give you signals that it's time for you to do something. So that's what I was doing. I was getting up a lot, even if I had nothing to do. I was just walking around the neighborhood, or I walk as far as I can, where my feet takes me, and I walk right back. I barely take the subways. I barely take buses. I barely even take cabs. So that was another way. It's not to save up money, but it was just to gain control back in my life, gain energy, and to feel active again. You don't have to play sports or anything to be active. You could run, you could walk, you could work out, do aerobics. Aerobics is just like another fun way to dance. If you love to dance, you would love to do aerobics. You could do it up to twice a day like I do. I do it one in the morning, one in the night. My favorite times to do aerobics is at 9 o'clock in the morning and at 7 o'clock at night. And because the rest of the day, right after I finish eating dinner, by 7:30, I'm doing aerobics, and I have fun with it. That's it. Like I said, I listen to my body now. Before I used to ignore it, but I used to listen to my body, and I used to be so lazy. But now I feel a lot better knowing that I'm actually being more active. And when I'm not doing nothing throughout my whole day, like I would have an off day where I don't have shit to do whatsoever, I would do it as much as I can throughout the day. If I'm washing dishes, I'm listening to music. It will get me going. It will get me to dancing. If like even after I take a shower, it's like I go back to dancing, then I'm taking a shower again. But if in the middle of the night, it's like I'm sitting down for a long period of time, I had to get up and I have to walk around or dance. That was another way I was getting my workout in. So it was like every chance I got, I was doing a lot of working out, a lot of moving my body. I have fun doing it. Like I said, I miss dancing. I used to love to dance back then. I used to dance a lot back in my days. Even when I was with my friends, we was at each other's houses having fun, or we would go out to clubs, or even if we was to hang out in the middle of Manhattan, we was always active and having fun. And one of the things I used to love to do was to be funny by dancing crazy or just having fun, period. And I used to love to run. I used to love to go hiking, and I used to love to walk. So we would walk throughout almost the entire Manhattan borough up until like 2 or 3 in the morning without getting tired, because the thought of you having fun and you being occupied by each other's companies, it doesn't, like, you don't even realize how long you've been walking for or how long you've been hiking. Like, I used to join a group that loves to hike. They used to always pick the weirdest times of the year, like in the fall time, to hike, or in the springtime. I don't do it no more because we don't see each other no more. But when we was hiking together, it was always in the fall. So I would always take one day off, and just go hiking with them. And our hikes will last long for like 4 or 5 hours, and we would have so much fun. Now, we don't do that anymore like we used to, because like I said, everybody's living their lives, and now it's so much hectic. Now it's like back then it was more easier where you get to take the time out. But yeah, that's just it. But that's just what I wanted to let y'all know, is just to listen to your body, let your body steer you the right direction, and you won't be disappointed with the results that you're getting. So always like and subscribe to my channel. Please press that notification button, share it, and I'll see y'all next time.